My daughter's breast cancer saved my life. My daughter's breast cancer saved my life. My daughter's breast cancer, it saved my life.
My daughter's breast cancer saved my life.
My daughter's breast cancer saved my life? My daughter's breast cancer saved my life. So, my daughter's breast cancer saved my life. My daughter's breast cancer saved my life! My daughter's breast cancer saved my life!
Oh, hello, good morning.
Oh, good morning. It's too early.
Hi, Vivi's.
Welcome to the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Saige Ryan.
And it's exactly 8 a.m. on the dot. Should be 8 a.m. wherever you are. Just go ahead and put a little arrow next to yourself in the live studio audience, along with what time it is where you are, and whether your daughter's breast cancer saved your life.
Y'all, I'm at this point, and I'm looking at myself on camera. I'm waiting for my hair appointment. That's in a little less than a week, so I'm not cutting my own hair.
Yeah, that's hard for you.
It is, because you know how often I get stressed and cut my own hair, but also so that I can see through my bangs is why I also cut my hair.
Yeah.
We're getting to a tough point.
Look, I think if you want to get to a point where you look like a 1980s Sunday comic strip character, where it's just a nose and a mouth.
I'm doing the 2010 Justin Bieber. Yeah.
You want to floop and a swoop.
But I keep doing the head thing just to get them out of my eyes, and I'm just like,
But
wow.
as long as
every
you just do this
fuckboy I
too.
had a crush on in 9th grade did that.
Just do one of these after you're done with it. Hey, there's a lot of news today. So many news.
There is a bunch of news.
First of all, you may have heard that there's a big legal news.
Oh, we're starting on legal news.
Well, we are kind of a business show.
We
and
are.
This is the intersection of business and legal news. I, of course, have my street MBA, and Saige, of course, can practice law in the state of Virginia because she passed the bar there.
Yep.
So we're obviously taking a huge interest in this Epic Games versus Apple trial.
Yeah, we've talked about it on a few past shows as more updates were coming.
Yep.
And today we have a pretty big update on this, actually.
The trial's been going for 2 days now. Transcripts are being released, and we want to talk about the most important issue during this entire trial.
Now, as a reminder, just what this lawsuit is about, currently Fortnite is not available in the Apple store on iPhone, I believe. It was removed from it because there is a battle between them. People are pretty upset about that, but no one more upset than Epic.
Yeah, and
right?
I mean, the reason it's not in the store is because there's a suit against Apple and whether they have non-competitive, monopolistic business practices, whether they take too much money from developers.
Which they do.
Because they take a chunk of everything that's on their platform.
Epic tried to renegotiate that to being less because they're a special boy.
So, a lot of important information has been coming up. A lot of stuff about the way Epic has been doing business with Sony and Ubisoft and all this, companies' true behind the curtain attitudes about crossplay and micropayments and things like that have been coming out. But the most important thing about this entire trial is they forgot to mute the public conference call during the actual trial. Trials like this have an open conference call that press and the public can call into to listen to the trial, and they did not mute it. And the first 20 minutes of the trial, while they were trying to actually get started, was just kids calling in screaming, "Free Fortnite! Mr. Judge, sir, please free Fortnite!"
Yeah, or bring back Fortnite on mobile, please, Judge.
I love this energy. I love it so much. I love it so much. 20 minutes while they tried to figure out how to mute the call. And I love it. I love the energy. I love the fact that it took 20 minutes. I love that so many people got clued into it and kept calling in. Some people were just screaming out their Twitch channel. or like their gamer tags and stuff. It's very good.
Yup.
And so that, of course, legally and businessly is the most important thing that's gone on during this entire trial. Though, I have to say, it has been interesting to sort of hear what all these different companies thought about, oh, should we pay, like, do you want Fortnite? Do you want it exclusive? Are you going to pay for it? How much do we get to charge for Fortnite on,
Right.
Can we make sure that people that buy V-Bucks off of PlayStation can use those V-Bucks on PlayStation? Like, all of these different things.
Yeah.
That have been coming up.
And it's very interesting too, because like getting an exclusive on something like Epic versus Steam when a game releases or something like that, not terribly consequential. If you have a PC, you can play on anything. But having a mobile app be unavailable to iPhone users, which is still wildly dominant in smartphones when it comes to that demographic.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
That's big. That just means no game, you can't have it.
You can't have it.
You just can't have it.
You can see sort of how those timed exclusives and those console exclusives and these sort of business practices play out, because according to the proceedings, over 50% of Fortnite players, active Fortnite players currently, or actually this is active Fortnite players before the Apple ban, 50% were on PlayStation.
Wow.
50% were on PlayStation. And only, I think 15% were on, or 12 to 15% were on mobile. So cozying up to these big games and making these deals is a huge thing. Now, obviously, Epic wants those numbers to be, spread equally across all platforms.
Yeah.
But it does show why, when people ask, why are these companies trying to get these timed exclusives? It's unfair. This is how they make money. This is where the business comes from. If you think about 50% of all Fortnite players buying their V-Bucks on PlayStation and PlayStation getting a little cut of that, that's huge.
Yes, that's so much money.
That's big money moves, baby.
That's big money moves. I mean, it's the Fortnites and the Roblox and anything that you can get for the kids.
Yeah.
So the kids can say, Daddy, please.
Daddy, please, I want a Fortnite.
I want a V-Bucks.
I want a Batman Zero.
Please.
Daddy, Batman is on the island and he doesn't remember who he is, Daddy.
Daddy, I want to fire a large gun as Poison Ivy.
Daddy, Captain America has a Gatling gun and he fires it at a Chun-Li. Daddy. Actually, the more we try to make fun of Fortnite, the cooler it sounds. Actually, the more we try to fuck with Fortnite, the more hilarious and awesome and great it sounds to me. What the biggest question here is, what's Sony been doing with all of that Fortnite money?
That's a good question. And I'm not sure. It's a little bit odd. Sony has recently registered the trademark for Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive!
And now what's very odd, though, is they previously claimed that they owned it. Or Insomniac claimed that they owned it, and it remained on Xbox One because that's where it came out as an exclusive this time. And now Sony has trademarked it.
So here's the way the rights to Sunset Overdrive go. Sunset Overdrive, the IP, belongs to Insomniac. The idea, the world, the concept of Sunset Overdrive belongs to Insomniac. Sunset Overdrive, the video game, belongs to Xbox, belongs to Microsoft.
Right.
Sony bought Insomniac. They are now a Sony studio. Sony had to re-up the trademark for Sunset Overdrive, and they chose to. What does this mean?
New Sunset Overdrive, please.
I want Sunset Overdrive.
I also really want Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive was so good.
Yes, absolutely it was.
Sunset Overdrive comes from an alternate reality where the Dreamcast was the highest selling console of all time.
You're so right. You're so right. It does have big Dreamcast energy.
Yeah. And if you missed out on it, there was a golden age where they were doing weekly live content drops. And there were these giant TV screens all over the city.
Yep.
With Brandon Winfrey's face on it.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't realize.
He was the face of Sunset Overdrive. He was their community guy, and he was the host of the Sunset TV channel. And so he was the one that let the community know
That's so funny.
Yeah,
we love Brandon.
When I met Brandon, he was the Sunset Overdrive guy.
That's hilarious.
And I fucking love Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
And all I want, even if we can't have the original Sunset Overdrive on PlayStation, that's fine. We have it on PC. We have it on Xbox.
Right. That's
all I want is more Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, I would like one new Sunset Overdrive, please. I'll take it.
I want a
Please and
million
thank
new
you.
Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to start at 1 is what I'm saying, though.
Sunset Overdrive and Splatoon are cousins.
Yes, I agree.
They're
agree.
cousins.
Yeah.
And if you could give me a Splatoon single player mode that played like Sunset Overdrive,
It'd be a
I wouldn't
perfect
need
Anthony
Sunset
game.
Overdrive back. But I do, because they haven't. Nintendo. What's up with Splatoon 3? So, this is kind of interesting because Insomniac's not going to be making Sunset Overdrive anytime soon. They're locked in the Spider-Man factory.
Yes.
They're locked in the Spider-Man factory. They're not getting out. They're chained to the Spider-Man wheel, spinning Spider-Man webs and threads.
Spinning webs.
But you know, we can hope, we can dream.
I mean, last week they did say that they were committed to releasing more experimental titles. Do you think Sunset Overdrive counts as an experimental title?
You know, it's interesting because Sony already, when I think of sort of platforms, console platform over the last couple generations, they already put out a bunch of weird indie stuff. I guess they don't put out as much weird in-house stuff.
Yeah.
We mostly think about their big blockbuster sort of AAA franchises right now. I would love to see Sunset Overdrive or something that feels like Sunset Overdrive from Insomniac.
So you think there's a possibility they do something really similar but not under the name? You think we get Story of Seasons versus Harvest Moon?
I don't know. Because they finished Ratchet and Clank. They got to go back to the Spider-Man factory. I don't know.
Did Sunset Overdrive bomb? I don't think so.
It didn't do super well because it was an Xbox 3. It was an Xbox exclusive.
Xbox One exclusive.
Xbox One exclusive at a time when the Xbox was getting kicked around. That was in the beginning of the Xbox One generation when everybody was laughing at like Rise, Fall of Rome, or like whatever, and like the shitty frame rate on the Panzer Dragoon game. Like people were not happy with the Xbox One when it first came out, and Sunset Overdrive kind of got lost in all that. But man, it was good. It was good. I was working for PlayStation at that time, hosting E3 for them, and I remember just every time I had a break, I was looking over at the Xbox booth, and I was like, I want to play Sunset Overdrive. I want to see Sunset Overdrive. Can I go? And they're like, no, you can't leave. You got to be back on camera. And I was like, but I want to play the game where you have the skate shoes and the gun that fires foam. That seems silly to me. And they're like, yes, now you have to get back on camera. I was like, okay, these games are good too, but maybe I could play Sunset Overdrive.
I highly recommend looking up like a trailer or something for Sunset Overdrive if you haven't played it. Do it.
It's so much fun. It's Jet Grind Radio and Splatoon together.
Yes.
As a family.
You said it's on PC. Is it on Steam?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because I know I had it for Xbox.
Yeah, because they did release it on. I thought they released it on PC. Am I incorrect?
Well, when you Google Steam, the Microsoft Store comes up first.
Stream.
Oh, I did put up Stream. That's right.
What? But like, it doesn't cost that much money to file a trademark. Where's all this Sony money going? Well, I'll tell you. Ooh, Discord zagged on them.
Very interesting. We talked recently that Microsoft was in talks to buy Discord.
Uh-huh. And apparently that all fell apart, and Discord's like, we're going to stay independent. We're going to stay ourselves.
They said they were still courting options, but for right now they were...
They want to be their own Discord.
Yes.
They want to live free. They want to live, laugh, love. They want to eat, pray, love.
Right.
They want to, I don't know. Whatever it is
say,
Discords
though,
do.
they were not purchased by Sony. Sony bought a minority share in Discord. So as opposed to it sounded like Microsoft was going to really acquire Discord.
Teams for gamers.
Yeah. Sony just invested in Discord.
Yeah, we don't know how much the minority stake is. We do know that Discord is about to IPO, which is one of the reasons they were calling and like taking all these calls about being acquired. This is kind of a move that businesses do, where they'll like call and they'll be like, hey, if you were gonna buy us, how much would you buy us for? And then they take that number and they whisper that number to all the people who do stocks.
Yeah.
And then when they IPO, they go, ooh, well, they're worth so much. Do you know how much Microsoft was going to buy them for? So much.
Oh my god.
So that's kind of like a business move that these companies do. But the interesting thing about PlayStation buying a minority stake in Discord is that they want to bring the Discord and PlayStation experiences closer together on console and mobile starting early next year. Ooh, baby, can you imagine
Talking through Discord on your PlayStation.
on your PlayStation?
Yes. I want it. I want it so bad.
Holy shit. Integrating that, look, everybody's been doing their best.
Mm-hmm.
Party chats and friend lists and permissions and things.
Yeah.
They're all doing their best.
Oh,
But
if you could just use your Discord friends list.
damn, can you imagine?
God, that'd be so good. God, that'd be so good. It's so funny because it's like the exact same concept that a lot of people try to make that people are like afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when it was Microsoft, we were afraid that they were going to turn it into Teams and not really considering that Microsoft would just use Discord, right?
Yeah, no. They've kept some stuff. Like they own Skype, right? And they've kept the Skype brand, but it's definitely Skype by Microsoft.
Right. And then it was like, even talking about Facebook and Oculus in that scenario where it wasn't like, man, Oculus technology is going to be used for good on Facebook. I mean, obviously, nothing good happens on Facebook.
Facebook will evil Oculus.
Exactly.
Oculus doesn't good Facebook.
Right. But in this scenario, maybe Discord could good PlayStation a little bit.
Yo, the PlayStation
good PlayStation.
party chat, and I love PlayStation. I love the people over there. The PlayStation party chat is straight fucked.
Yo, straight fucked. I think it would have to go like from the bottom, from the top, make it drop, but from the bottom, it would have to go like Nintendo, obviously.
Yeah. Oh,
bottom,
Nintendo.
and then maybe PlayStation.
Nintendo is like, hey, why don't you FaceTime while you play Animal Crossing?
Yeah, right. It's like
or
Nintendo.
use Discord. We were on Discord every time we played Animal Crossing with friends.
It would go Nintendo and then PlayStation and then Xbox because Xbox isn't bad, honestly. They're partying game chats.
Their drop-in, drop-out of party chats and things like that, and their invitations to parties on Xbox work way more seamlessly than the PlayStation ones do.
They do, but they have done a terrible job of transitioning that to PC.
Oh, no.
Like
trying to play Sea of Thieves?
Exactly, trying to get onto Sea of Thieves.
Holy shit. Listen,
that's messy.
We were trying to play Sea of Thieves with 4 players when there were only 7 players playing Sea of Thieves. Like, at all. There were 7 people on Sea of Thieves at that point in time.
Does anyone remember Sea of Friends?
And we would try to get on to Sea of Thieves, and it would be like... Sea of Thieves could have tried to randomly connect us to anyone playing Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, it would have connected us to the people we wanted.
Yeah.
Because there were so few people playing.
That's true.
But instead, it connected us to no one.
Yes.
Sea of Friends. Bring back Sea of Friends. It's my channel and my show. I guess I would have to bring it back.
Yeah, who are you saying it to? You saying it to you?
Saying it to me.
Right.
I'm very, very excited for Discord on PS5. I'm excited to see what Sony does with that. I'm particularly excited to see how Sony adds that to things like remote play and things on mobile. Because if that means, hey, all of a sudden you've got so many better things on remote play. Because remote play fucking owns. Hey, any game can be a bathtub game if you've got PS5 remote play.
See, when I'm thinking of remote play, I was thinking of Steam remote play, which is very bad.
It's gotten much better. But yes, Moonlight usually kicks its ass.
Steam remote play is very difficult.
If you've got Moonlight, Moonlight's the way to go. But so those are big business moves. That's what Sony's been doing with their V-Bucks.
All right.
Yeah.
Not so bad.
Not so bad if you're going to spend those V-Bucks.
Let's keep talking about games though.
Okay.
While we're here,
I enjoy games.
Let's talk about Destiny 2.
Destiny 2 is the game I love the most that I play the least.
Yes, totally understand.
God,
that.
I love Destiny 2. And it's been months. But I love it.
That makes sense. Well, hey, Season of the Splicer means something to you?
It does. We got a release date for Season of the Splicer.
That release date is in 6 days. That's on May 11th.
It's coming, baby. And the new shit is happening. It is Vex heavy. And I love that because I love the design of the Vex and I love Vex worlds and I love, so good. So good. Vault of Glass is coming back. That's exciting. The transmog stuff that is apparently garbage and hard to do is coming, so you can transmog armor. A lot of cool stuff.
I have heard that was real rough.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it on the show, I believe. Maybe we didn't, but the ability to transmog your armor. So, like, if you have a cool looking piece of armor, but you've got a better piece of armor that's boring, you can make the boring armor look like the cool armor.
Which, every game.
Please,
every game let us do that. I love that so much.
But apparently the transmog in Destiny 2 is like, do 14 fetch quests, do some PvP, stay logged in for 38 hours in a row, grow an entire crop of potatoes in Destiny 2, which is a new thing. And we just added it. You have to have a good crop yield. And then you can transmog one piece of armor for 50,000 billion dust. It's apparently like really garbage. But nobody cares about that.
Nobody cares about that.
Nobody cares.
Nobody even cares about what Season 14 is really about. There's like a whole summary here of what Season 14 is about. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Honestly. But... there we go.
We all talk about these BB Fallen.
Look at them.
The BB Fallens. The Fallens carry their BBs on a bandolier.
The way that it's just one handful.
That you can have one handful of a BB. When my son, who is out of frame, when my son was a BB, I could carry him in one hand. My beautiful son, Dagger Thunderfang.
I could do the same to the cats.
To the cats. You carry him in one hand. Look, the BB Fallens.
I can barely carry my cats with 2 hands.
The BB Fallens.
Oh my God.
Are so cute.
I want to eat them.
Everybody went nuts. You know what's funny is you can tell this is the sort of thing that like one artist threw in, like just as like, oh, what if? And they were like, oh my God. And everybody has latched onto it.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing I love more than something is like a cute little bean with an angry little face.
He's just,
This little guy's just going, oh.
We gonna murder you.
I love an angry little guy.
We gonna do a murder.
You know?
Because you're kind of an angry little guy.
I'm kind of an angry little guy.
Yeah.
And I love an angry little guy.
Yeah, she's game recognized game is what she says to angry little guys.
Say,
everybody immediately was like, are they coming to the company store? Are they making Baby Fallen plushies?
Right.
I refuse to shoot any Fallen anymore ever.
yes.
How could I shoot a Fallen now?
Yeah, knowing that they're probably carrying those little BBs. These are excellent.
Hold Baby Fallen gentle like Borgrito.
Yes.
Just a little BB.
We've only ever had...
We've only had Elixir
Elixir.
babies for 2 hours, but if anything happened to them, I would kill everyone in this fire team, and then I would...
Yep.
It's so cute. We will do this mission for the BBs.
Oh, for the babies.
Oh!
Look at him, his little burrito.
We did it. What are the name of the Tsum Tsums?
Yep, you're
They're
absolutely
little
right.
Tsum Tsums.
Jake Myler on Twitter said, I drew this year 1 of Destiny 1 of what a baby fallen would look like. Was I close? The answer is no. No, a baby fallen is a perfect little angel.
Yeah, no, that's not a perfect angel.
That's not a perfect angel. These are perfect angels, truly.
Fallen babies.
Fallen babies. I don't play Destiny 2, but I feel like I should so that I may then collect a bunch of fallen babies.
Fallen babies. Boom, 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 boom. I guess maybe the lesson here is take a game, make it cute, instant money no matter what the game is?
Yeah, that's probably right.
Is that the lesson?
Yeah, I think it is. That's probably why in Resident Evil 8 we've got a mod that is trying to create exactly that kind of effect.
No.
Yeah, right? Cute. And thank you to Death and Saints from the live studio audience for posting this story in our Discord. We appreciate that very much. But, oh.
The detailed zombie animation
Right?
tied to the Barney rig is just beautiful, because you really do feel like you're not shooting Barney the dinosaur, you're shooting somebody dressed like Barney
Exactly.
the
It
dinosaur.
100% looks like someone in a Barney suit because of the like seam at the head.
Is Barney even around anymore? I mean, it's not the most topical. It's not
No?
the most topical mod I've ever seen.
Are there Barney? Does this generation of children have a Barney?
Do kids know what a Barney is? Is this just for like us?
I mean, I
Is
can't
this just for
imagine that this
aging
Resident.
hipsters?
I mean, do you think this Resident Evil mod is for children?
I mean, but what about the teens? Do the teens know a Barney?
Hey, do we have any teens in chat?
Excuse me, teens.
Hey, Dagger.
Hey, excuse me, teens. I'm summoning the teens.
Oh, you did not summon the teens.
Oh wait, how do you renegade?
That
Let me summon-
that's already old. Both of those things.
How do you summon the teens right now? Oh right, ice in the veins. Where are the teens? Hello, teens.
Anthony, look at this. Both of those are old. Everybody in chat.
I know that. That's why I'm asking. You need to help me, teens. Unky Anthony is not cool. All right?
Hated that. Oh, I hated that.
Okay? I won't even buy you a wine cooler.
I hated everything you just said.
Yeah,
And I'm not even teens.
I know. I'm not cool.
I'm closer to teens.
I'm trying to
I
sit
could be one
backwards.
of you.
I'm trying to sit backwards on this stool like a youth pastor, but I can't because it's a stool. Do teens know what Barney is?
Is what we're wondering.
That's what we're wondering.
I don't think we have any teens here.
There's not a
I don't
single
think teens
teens.
watch us.
There's not a single
No
teens.
teens watch us.
Wow. We are not we're not relevant.
Nope.
I don't know.
You gotta do the lip bite too. We're trying. We're trying too hard.
Hey, Larry says I'm 23. I'm close enough. No, you're not, Larry. No, you're
Larry,
not.
I'm so sorry to tell you this.
I'm so sorry to tell you this, but to every teen, you're dead. To every teen, you're dead.
Okay, there we go.
Dinesh says my 11-year-old knows what Barney is, but do they care?
I mean, I can imagine any 11-year-old still cares about Barney.
Hey, Dinesh, how good is your 11-year-old at Resident Evil 8?
Anyways, everybody.
Oh, wait, while Dinesh is here. Hey, Dinesh, you working on that Marvel game? You could just tell us. Dinesh, you working on that Marvel game?
Lol, no.
Is that a lol no to your teen being good, to your 11-year-old being good at Resident Evil 8?
Oh, good question.
Or is it a no to the Marvel game?
Or is it a no you won't tell us?
Or is it a no you won't tell us? You could just tell us. You need to be specificity is the heart of communication. Did he disappear from chat? He probably disappeared. He probably ran
close
away.
the window.
He was probably like, "Oh no, am I at work?"
Uh-oh. We got a
Ooh.
shrug.
We got Well,
I was also told that using that isn't cool anymore because I do it all the time. I do that shrug one, and I got made fun of for it recently.
Somebody called them I forget antique emojis, or yeah, they called them antique emojis. Somebody was like, I use antique emojis.
Y'all, I'm only 25. Help.
So here's what's up. Ed Boon, we talked about this. Potentially, there have been rumors swirling about that there's a NetherRealm Marvel game coming. We talked about the aesthetics of Marvel being integrated into a NetherRealm thing or a Mortal Kombat thing. we talked about how weird it was for me the first time I saw Superman break a bone in X-ray camera.
Yeah.
In Mortal Kombat versus DC, but I got into it. Marvel is a little more interesting and a little trickier, but we are interested in it, and it looks like Ed Boon the other day saw James Gunn tweeting, "See you all in theaters 2 years from Wednesday, 5/5/23." Ed Boon said, "Wow, James Gunn managed to work on DC and Marvel movies. That's impressive." Huh. And then Dennis says, "NetherRealm's been trying to work with Marvel for the entire 10 years I've worked there. I doubt they suddenly got the license as soon as I left." How heartbreaking would it be if they did, though? As soon as you left.
Anthony.
Would that be a bummer?
I don't know you, but I'm sorry Anthony isn't a better friend to you. We could be friends instead. He's not.
True, it was me holding them back the whole time.
I'm sorry.
Everybody was like, Jeff Keighley with the blink blink eyes. What's going on here? Anyway, maybe there is. I think this sort of tweet means one of two things to me, right? This sort of tweet means one of two things. Either the game is being worked on, which it sounds like it is not. It would already have to be in production.
Right.
Or he just wants it.
I think he probably just wants it.
I think he just wants it. I think he's putting out there, he's living the secret.
Yeah.
He's putting out there, wink,
He's
wink,
manifesting it.
nudge, nudge.
Uh-huh.
I would love to do this if you would love for me to do this too.
Yeah. And sure, I would.
Sure.
I would love that.
Listen, it can't be worse than Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, so go on. Do it. I want anybody to give it a try at this point.
Go off, King.
Hey, King, go off.
Oh God. All right. What else do we got, Anthony? We got more stuff.
We
to
got
talk
so
about.
many
We have
stuff.
too many stuff actually
Listen.
today.
We don't like it when you make us talk about CD Projekt Red.
We hate it. We absolutely hate it. And yet we do it every week.
What the heck?
Hey. CD Projekt wrecked?
Whoa!
No, stop the face. Put the face away. No, put the face away. The dab. Gen Z's never heard of a dab. Stop.
Pretty cool.
No. Look,
Look,
I'm on the cusp and I'm already uncomfortable.
Do you know what? Here's the thing. CD Projekt Red, it sounds like they kind of suck.
Oh, what? You mean those bonus tokens weren't a really great thing?
Look,
You get a little coin.
Not everybody. That
You can
listen,
go cash in your Chuck E. Cheese tokens for a big stuffy at Project Wrecked.
we're not gonna. Hey, everybody in the live studio audience that's dabbing right now, bless you. I love every one of you.
No, they're just sneezing. That's why you blessed them.
CD Projekt Red. There are tons of amazing people that work there. They have put out some wonderful games.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of great creative talent there. It just do seem like the management culture there do be bad.
Not so good.
The director of The Witcher 3,
Which is one of my favorite games.
Tomaskowitz, Conrad Tomaskowitz, my grandparents would be so sad.
Yeah.
So sad. I apologize to the entire Zoldan lineage for what I have done to that Polish name. CD Projekt Red director Konrad Tomaskowicz has resigned after an internal investigation into workplace bullying. The director of The Witcher 3 was apparently just a fucking bully to the point where he had to go.
But also, The Witcher 3 came out years ago. We're just now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We're just now dealing with him bullying people in the workplace. How long he been bullying people in the workplace?
Well, he was the game director on The Witcher 3, and then he was secondary game director and head of production on Cyberpunk 2077. So head of production, producers, and the like. If you haven't worked on a big project like this, they are the time management people and the resource management people.
Yup. You have to ask them for a lot of things.
Producers make sure that you are hitting all your milestones and staying on task and doing all this stuff. Now, knowing what we know about the lengthy and troubled development of Cyberpunk 2077, the content that had to be cut, the things that were broken, what do we now know about Konrad Tomaskowitz? Yike. He wrote an email to a commission that was put together to investigate him that said he denies all allegations, but apologizes for all the bad blood I have caused and has decided to leave. He said that he'd been cleared of all of the accusations, but nevertheless, a lot of people are feeling fear, stress, or discomfort when working with me, and so I will go. I didn't do anything, but you have a problem with
me. You're
Your
feeling
problem.
feelings regardless of what I actually did, so because of you...
No.
No. I didn't cause your feelings, but your feelings are happening.
So, hey...
He said, I'm sorry you feel that way.
I'm sorry you feel that way, he said.
He did the thing that every man I've ever dated has done to me at some point and said, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yike. I'm sorry you're sad about
it's the worst thing you could ever. Don't ever say that to somebody. It's not the worst thing you could ever say. Lots of terrible things to say to somebody. But, like, it's pretty bad. Don't say it to people.
It's pretty bad. You don't need to.
It's real bad.
You don't need to. So yeah, he do be gone, and
good riddance,
and oh well.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it's probably been happening for a long time.
What do we think is gonna happen to CD Projekt Red over the next couple of years?
I don't know how they just like. I mean, the next game they make has to be a Witcher game.
It's got to be.
That's the only way they come back. Yeah,
it's the only way they get the goodwill back.
It really is. It has to be a Witcher game next.
And even then, it's like, I don't know. I mean, people are going to do, that's the thing is people really do separate art from artist and product from company very often.
Yeah.
And we have seen that stuff like this doesn't really affect sales in the long term for a lot of these companies.
Yeah.
They're big companies. They have a lot of money. They sit back. They weather the storm. They come out of hiding when they need to.
Right.
And they release a new thing.
I'm sorry you think I should be sorry. Yeah, right? That's exactly it. Hey, speaking of struggling companies.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on at Stadia?
I don't know. From my informal look at the data, every household has 3 Stadias.
Now, Anthony.
No, I've only looked in my drawer.
Right, like we're in a global pandemic, so you really have only been in your home and my home.
Yeah.
And you have 3.
Yeah.
And I have 0.
Okay, so 1.5.
Right, so at least the average median should be 1.5.
I want to say that we've doubled the sample size of my study, and the average household has 1.5 Stadias.
Anthony, please stop. Well, Google Stadia's head of product has left the company, which
why? They're doing so well.
I can't imagine why.
Why would you leave?
I can't imagine. Very strange.
What's
hey, everybody,
happening?
Add us on Stadia. You've got a Stadia, right? And while
Stadia's got a search bar now, search for me. They just added it last week.
Google just finally added a search bar. You know, for Stadia. And in the midst of that, 6 Google staff that were working on Stadia also left to join Haven Entertainment, which we talked about recently. What is her name?
That's Jade Raymond's company,
Yep.
right?
Yes, it is.
So Jade Raymond, of course, was at Google Stadia. She was working as the head of their internal studios, which they just decided they didn't need any because they have Super Bomberman R. They were like, why would we need to? We have Super Bomberman R and Destiny 2 bots.
Yeah.
So they axed all of their internal development.
Yep.
Jade Raymond left, started Haven.
When Jade Raymond left, she gave the best statement about I want to get back to doing what I love. I want to get back to doing what I love, making games. Just that, like, ooh, that wasn't a burn, but it sure feels like one.
I liked her thing about, hey, I've been involved with a lot of projects. Some of them successful, some of them not so much.
I loved it. It was the most like cordial burns. I was just like, wow. You're a consummate professional, and also, ow, I love it.
But Haven, also an interesting name, right? To leave Google and be like, don't worry, I've created a haven for all of us.
She's rowing up on a little rowboat that she's popped off of her boat and going, come here, jump down to me. It's okay. Jump down to me, guys. All right. God. And she's taking people.
Jade Raymond.
She's taking them to safety.
She's just brilliant.
Taking them to the haven.
She's brilliant and perfect and always has been.
It does rule.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Yes. Google Stadia, the platform.
Yes.
Is pretty fucking impressive as far as all of these game streaming platforms go.
Yes, absolutely.
It works pretty... R.
Yes.
That's what they've got. Super Bomberman R.
And isn't Super Bomberman R also on Switch?
Mic is cutting out. Audio cuts.
That's odd.
Both of us. One of us. I'm seeing levels.
Am I cutting out?
On and off for a few seconds at a time.
Interesting.
And it's just me.
Anthony.
Oh, Independence Mike says both at different times.
What?
Super dope.
Yeah, went out entirely for a bit? The fuck?
I mean...
Y'all, we love this. Seems fine now. Okay.
All right.
No, I think both. Oh, God.
All right.
Oh, this is my personal nightmare.
This is actually my hell.
Yeah, this is actually hell.
We do like it when you say this. We do like it when you say this, but...
It still feels bad, man.
But it's not you telling us. We want to be told.
We want to be told. It's just a bad time that inevitably ensues.
It's just my personal
They're working
hell.
now.
Anyways, look. Jade Raymond has left. A bunch of people have left with her.
Yep.
And now the head of product at Stadia, John Justice.
Sorry, that's very funny.
John Justice has left Stadia. There is no justice at Stadia anymore. That's a good headline. Has anybody done that headline? No justice at Stadia? Anybody? Look that up. Somebody look it up. I'm a journalist. And a businessman. Hey. I think my Stadia is going to be fine.
Do you?
Well, I tried to use it the other day as a Bluetooth controller because I told you I do that.
Yeah,
sometimes I plug it in. It's a decent game controller, and they sent me them for free. And I plugged it in, and it just started vibrating and wouldn't stop. So I think even as a controller, it might be done.
That's terribly unfortunate.
It's terribly unfortunate. So Stadia's not doing well.
In comparison, this next story seems like this company's doing very well. But Blizzard's % over the last 3 years.
Whew.
And also, that makes perfect sense. No new games. Look, we're getting updates to games. We're getting DLC for games. We're getting stuff like that. But as the popularity of Overwatch was winding down so much, people are saying that, Mike, what? We're picking up the levels. This must be a Streamlabs thing.
It could be. Yeah, who knows? It was only in the transition when she mentioned Blizzard. The transition?
And it's back again.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Anthony.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
I don't know.
Everybody says it's during the transition.
So it must be a Streamlabs thing.
Yeah. Huh.
And it's gone and it's back.
Yep. It's a transition thing. Okay.
This is the most agonizing thing in the world, giving us this gone and back. It's fine. We'll just listen to the mods.
Yeah. It's gone. Yeah.
We're good, y'all. Thank you very much.
Yeah. It's a transition. The gone and back is the thing about stuff like that is it's tough because we're on a delay to you. And so by the time you say gone and back, it is what it is. So anyway, we'll try to keep the transitions to a minimum. Thank you.
It's not the transitions.
Okay. Well, we'll try to keep everything to a minimum.
We'll just try to keep.
We'll just try to keep it going. Yeah, there hasn't been a full Blizzard game released in 5 years.
Yeah. And like, you know, obviously they still have some massive games, but I mean, I got to assume that the popularity of Overwatch dying was a pretty big hit.
Of course. I mean, Overwatch's popularity went down. Heroes of the Storm, its popularity went down over time.
Right.
A lot of this stuff.
WoW will always keep coasting, no doubt. League will keep coasting,
Yeah.
no doubt. But we're waiting on Overwatch 2. We're waiting on Diablo 4. So
The people you're missing are the people that don't hang with the same game for 3 or 4 years.
yeah.
You know? And
Yeah.
that's just the way it is. Now, this is player based. This doesn't say anything about income.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the interesting thing is when you make a
true.
long-term game like this, like Blizzard does, you know that the player base is going to go up and down. What's important is the steady levels of income, and as long as they're releasing cosmetics and
DLC that people are buying
and all this stuff, you're still going to see. I mean, Warcraft is subscription based.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see that their income is going to stay pretty steady, which is the main thing they're worried about.
Mm-hmm.
But we also know that Overwatch 2 is a coming.
It's coming, and people behind the scenes say that they think it's going to be pretty good, but we don't have a release date.
Yeah.
We would love one.
Blizzard has doubled down on development over the past few years. They say they have more titles in the works than any point in its 30-year history.
Very exciting.
So we are that's the other thing is we're kind of at the calm before the storm here.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you think about, if you think about Blizzard really as a platform, right? Because what they are is they're a bunch of products that run on Battle.net. That's what they are. If you think about Battle.net as the last generation of products came out, it's winding down.
Yeah.
They have got a bunch of stuff that's going to come out.
Mm-hmm.
I will not play any of it, but I will love all of the cinematics they release for all of it, and I'll think I should play it, and I'll jump in and I'll play it a little bit, and I'll realize that what I actually want is for Blizzard to make some animated movies and series based on their IP, and then I'll stop again.
Personally, I genuinely do play the games. I enjoy it very much. I'm looking forward to Diablo very much, and I'm very much looking forward to Overwatch 2. I'm a big Overwatch fan, and I say that like games.
Remember when Blizzard was like apologizing to China for what you did?
Yes. I just want...
Do you remember when somebody said, "Hey, free, don't do this, free Hong Kong,"
Mm-hmm.
and Blizzard was like, "Well, you're gonna have to apologize to China for what you did." Anyway, World of Warcraft Shadowlands has got its first major content update, Chains of Domination, coming soon, and World of Warcraft Burning Crusade Classic is coming. Diablo Immortal has entered the second phase of testing. Diablo 4 and Overwatch are going to launch probably in 2022. So there's a lot going on.
Okay. Yes. Again, everybody, we'll just let the mods handle it on the tech issues. We apologize that they are happening, but we know they are happening. We're just going to keep powering through so we can get through as much of the news as possible. If we miss a few seconds, unfortunately, we miss a few seconds. I don't want it to happen either. I don't want that. But we'll be okay.
We don't want it. We don't want it to happen.
But it'll be okay.
Forgot to mention this earlier, but should probably mention it.
Yeah.
It's a big Fortnite day.
Mm-hmm.
Epic has to release a bunch of information they didn't want to release legally. Fortnite made more than $9 billion in its first 2 years.
Holy hell, that's so much money.
What?
In its first 2 years. How old is Fortnite now?
$9 billion. I don't know, like 2018. No,
July 2017.
2017, yeah. Wow.
So in just 2017 through 2018.
Through 2019.
Yeah, so to the end of it, half of 2017, half
Right.
of 2019, right? That's
Wow.
really wild.
Wow. The company reported more than $5.5 billion in profit from the 2-year period. So this isn't even like rise of Epic Game Store and all this stuff. They have wow. Fortnite just prints all the money.
Fortnite do be printing money, and that's how we started the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started the show,
Jeez.
and I would like to remind you all, a free-to-play game.
In the same period of time, Rocket League, which Epic acquired in 2019, Rocket League made $108 million in revenue, and Epic's engine, the game engine, Unreal, made $221 million. So all of the games that use Unreal together in 2017 to 2019 in licensing and profit sharing only paid out $221 million. Fortnite made $9 billion.
That's wild.
If you think Epic is anything except a Fortnite machine, you are wrong. You are wrong. Now, the smart thing was taking that and putting it into their own platform, into the Epic Games Store. Now, if you want to download Fortnite, you download it from Epic Games. While you're there, maybe you download a couple other games.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We're owned by Tencent, which is a Chinese company. Everything's fine.
Do you remember when Fortnite dropped and people started playing it a lot? And people were already playing PUBG and people being like, they stole PUBG's idea.
Yeah.
They're doing it for free.
Because it was base and tower defense was the main mode.
Yep.
It was the campaign mode that was base and tower defense.
Yep.
And I remember playing it being like, yeah, this is pretty fun. And,
Yeah.
then they added in the Battle Royale mode for funsies.
For funsies. But I also remember people being like, it's a free-to-play game. Like, what the fuck? Like, they really did change the space on free-to-play games. Very interesting.
Fucking wild. Fucking wild.
That is wild. Also, thank you all for supporting the show today. We will go through and we'll thank everybody at the end of the show. We had a couple more stories to get through. We're probably going to wrap up just like, I don't know, because audio issues. We'll try and wrap up a little quickly.
Yeah.
We'll get through a couple more things. Let's get into... Oh, God. I want to talk about my favorite of the day.
Do we want to end with that, though?
Okay. We'll have to come
feel like
back
we're
up.
going to end with that.
All right, we'll come back up because right now we're going to go down to my least favorite news of the day. Not true. It's a mixed story. So first of all, we have confirmation from Warner Brothers currently that they are working on production on a film centered around a black Superman. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We love to see it. And they are reportedly searching for a black director to be able to tell this story. That's wonderful.
Great. Well, I'm going to stick a pin in it could be a period piece. I'm going to stick a pin in that, and we're going to continue with the main news, but I'm going to go back to that because there's a reason I find that interesting.
Yes, there's a bunch of interesting things here. But Warner Brothers and DC said to The Hollywood Reporter that, well, actually, an anonymous source connected supposedly to Warner Brothers said that they are committed to hiring a black director to help them with the movie. Originally, it was supposed to be J.J. Abrams attached, but the same source said that it would be tone deaf to have J.J. Abrams, which we agree.
We know that the script is going to be written by Ta-Nehisi Coates. So, yeah, it feels like J.J.'s not the guy.
Right. Okay, great.
Feels like J.J.'s not the guy.
But then, you know how DC fans are? You know how they be? Well, they announced that early this morning. Today also happens to be Henry Cavill's birthday.
Gaming PC boutique owner
Right.
Henry Cavill, who makes every PC by hand.
Yeah.
and we
So-
love him.
We love Henry Cavill. But DC fans decided that they were very upset that this was announced on Henry Cavill's birthday.
But it wasn't an announcement.
All
It was
it
a leak to the Hollywood Reporter.
All it was an article to the of an anonymous source speaking to the Hollywood Reporter saying they were committed to hiring a black director. We've already known for a moment that they were working on the production of a potentially story centered around a black Superman.
Yeah.
But DC fans were furious, as if they did this personally to slight Henry Cavill, as if Henry Cavill would give a shit. Also, that blows my mind, as if Henry Cavill owns Superman.
And also, Henry Cavill said he's cool not being Superman anymore.
Exactly.
He said he felt he gave the good boy statement.
Right.
He gave the good boy statement that you give when you were very creatively unhappy with something.
Exactly.
And it wasn't the
'Cause
dream
he
that
a
you
good
thought it was
boy.
going to be, and you move on.
Evie Static in the live studio audience said, "Why take white man job on white man birth?" And Tommy by Dan said the caucasity of some people, and I could not agree more. I think that that's the most accurate statement on this. The responses to this article are a bunch of people being like, "I've never seen a studio that hates its actors and the people that have given them so much."
Well,
So that they just said that they hate Henry Cavill, and that's why they did this to him on his birthday. Hey, just
He was
say you're a racist.
the anonymous source who calls himself Geff Gons called the Hollywood Reporter and said, "It's me, Geff Gons, an anonymous person who does not like Henry Cavill."
Just
Come on.
Just say you're racist.
Come on.
Like, there's so many conversations that are had on social media where people have this.
says, "Did these people forget about Weinstein?" Have you ever seen any studio that hates its people more? Yes.
Yeah. You know, look, a lot of the times we can't have nice things. This is one of those times. I want to be able to be excited. Honestly, more than anything, I'm just like stressed and hoping this is true, because this is just an anonymous source speaking to the Hollywood Reporter. And I'm just like, wow, it would be a real fucking bummer now if we got a J.J. Abrams Superman movie.
Death and Saint says, "Boy, wait until they find out Superman is actually Jewish." Thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you. It's a Moses story. They put him in a boat on a river. It's not a Jesus story. You took it from us. You took it from us. The interesting thing that I see about this is it could be a period piece, and here's why.
Mm-hmm.
You make a black Superman.
Yep.
Now, there is, somebody brought this up in the live studio audience, there is a black Superman in the comics. I forget his name, Calvin, help me out with his last name, but he's the president. He's the super president.
Mm-hmm.
He was basically created when Barack Obama was president.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin Ellis, thank you. Yeah, Calvin Ellis.
Yep.
So it would be cool if it was that story or something along. There is precedent for this, but there is precedent for this in alternate timelines and Elseworlds and multiverse stuff. By making this a period piece, by making it something like a Joker or something like that, where you very specifically set it in another time, in another place, you remove this black Superman from the main continuity.
Yep.
He is Superman, but he's not. Don't worry. You can still have Superman.
Exactly. Which is really upsetting. And it's such a like cop-out way of going about this. It's really unfortunate. And we don't know that that's going to be the case yet. That's not confirmed. That is rumor. And it's entirely possible. But like, don't make this alternate Superman. Let him be Superman.
Yeah, just make him Clark Kent. Let me tell you something. A kid that's got to grow up in the fucking Midwest on a farm as a person of color.
Right.
Woo!
A much more interesting story.
That kid understands being an outsider and understands being the plight of immigrants way more than Henry Cavill reading Ayn Rand when he's sad in Man of Steel.
Right.
Like,
and
there was no motivation there.
There's been a lot of talk in the past about how Superman's story could be an interesting method of representation for him being an immigrant of some kind.
Yeah.
There were different iterations that people have requested of this, of him being like, I'm not, you know, people make me feel like I do not belong here.
In the 21st century, right now especially, and throughout various times in Superman's sort of mythology, he has, when he's supposed to be like, you know, he's the ultimate paragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he represents. And right now, that person, and as it has been a few times in the past, is an immigrant who is treated with a little bit of fear and a little bit of hate, but still does his best for everyone around him because he knows that he's a good person and that's what good people do. One of the most interesting timelines or sort of storylines in the Superman comics was about like 10 years ago, I want to say 10, 15 years ago, when Lex Luthor was president. And he literally just hated Superman for being a foreign power, for being an immigrant on American soil. And I think that's such an interesting story where it's like, you're not supposed to be here. You shouldn't be here. We don't trust you. And it's like, okay, but I love you. Okay, but I love you. I'm going to do my best. Anyway, I think there's a lot of interesting stuff that can be done. And I don't think you need to relegate this Superman to being in some alternate timeline.
Fucking white people. Look, Superman, I don't think is cool. Maybe you could make Superman cool.
I think
Maybe you could give
cool.
Superman's story some actual significance and not just like, I'm a pretty white man that looks like every other person in my neighborhood and nobody bats an eye, but, you know, I feel different. Hey, give him something. Make Superman able to be a hero of representation. I don't know. Give Superman some actual significance. I don't know. Maybe he was made in a time before we thought about actually humanizing in any capacity superheroes.
Yeah.
And maybe we could humanize this really out-of-touch superhero.
I love Superman, though.
I know you do. I know you do.
Clark's a good boy.
All right. Oh, we had one more games thing that we didn't get to.
Do you want to do it, or do you want to?
I do want to show it really quick because it's very cool, and I had not been hearing anything about it, which
Okay.
I'm really fascinated that I hadn't heard anything about the game Biomutant. Had you heard anything about Biomutant?
I had not heard anything about Biomutant.
Jarkfen in our Discord posted the trailer for this. It was shared yesterday on the IGN page. And it's the official May the 1st trailer.
Because he's a furry guy.
Little furry guy.
No, I had not heard about this game. I did not hear much about it at all. I feel like I've seen this character before, but this is their trailer with a lot of Star Wars in it, and it's very cute.
May the 1st. Look at the little guy.
He's got a little toilet brush.
I love this little guy. The animation in this is beautiful. I'm going to skip ahead to some actual, what appears to be gameplay footage towards the trailer. Yeah.
I mean, that's cute. Oh, God, they're using the font. I love it.
Yeah, right? Like, this looks cute as hell. This looks very, very fun. And it was something that the trailer popped up and I was like, what the hell is this? It's coming out on May 25th. It'll be on PC, PS4, and Xbox.
Great. I want it.
Interesting that it's PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It's not coming to next gen.
I have a feeling it seems like it's smaller dev team and a smaller title, so they're probably just counting on backwards compatibility to take them through to the PS5 and the series.
Yeah.
But who knows? If it sells well, they might get a next gen update.
I hope that they do. Hey, everyone, play it.
Hey, everyone.
Go be cute and hit things with a toilet brush.
Yeah.
But hey, while we're on Star Wars, while we celebrated May the 1st, let's talk about what we got on May the 4th.
It had been rumored.
It sure had been rumored.
They had talked about it. They had showed a little clip of it to some investors.
Yep.
Scotty Trowbridge, Scotty T, the head of Imagineering for Portfolio, mentioned a little bit about it. But we saw it. We saw it.
Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser at Walt Disney World. The resort opens in 2022. Oh, there we go.
Yes. That's real. That's real. A real expanding and retracting lightsaber.
And not the ones that just like inside of
Not the ones, yeah, not the ones where you gotta whoosh it.
Yeah.
That is, you saw
Button
her.
activated.
Saber. Yes.
The IGN player's
No.
so bad.
No.
Can't use spacebar to pause it.
It looks, now I'm just off the top of my head. It does look, because the saber blades, when you buy the actual sabers at Galaxy's Edge, the saber blades are longer than you think. They're longer than you expect them to be.
Yeah.
It looks like the retracting blade there might be a little shorter than the standard blade.
It does look like it.
It might be a tiny bit shorter. That's just me speculating.
Yeah.
Because it's all somehow it's gotta fit into that hilt.
That's true. I also wonder if there might be different, like if they're able to figure out the technology, if there are different lengths of it for different sized humans. Because like when I order from like Ultra Sabers, for instance, they have the different lengths of it.
Well, you would imagine that shorter and shorter, there's gotta be what is the longest practical length? Right?
To get into that hilt.
Shorter is not a problem.
No.
Longer is the problem.
Well, some people though, like if they're like tall people, are gonna want
Yeah.
that like long saber, so it doesn't look like a baby saber. It doesn't look like they're holding a children's saber.
Hey man,
I, as a very tall person,
Darth Vader's 6'7". He holds a regular ass saber. It's all about presence.
God,
Look at that.
cool. God, that's cool.
So this is going to be, it says see it first at the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. Now, Galactic Star Cruiser, that is the Halcyon. That is the 3-day vacation experience. We do not call it a hotel. Listen, I've been media trained.
They call it a resort.
Yeah, well, it's the Galactic Star Cruiser. You're supposed to think of it as a cruise. Like it's really, because that's really what it
Fascinating.
is. You're on this spaceship for 3 days.
Wow.
And you basically stay on the ship. Except for like a couple excursions.
I want to.
Where you like leave to go to Batu. and
Yes,
stuff
I
like
want
that.
to.
It's immersive theater. It's a LARPing experience, whatever you want to call it. But they say that first, when Galactic Star Cruiser opens in 2022, that means you're only going to be able to get it at Galactic Star Cruiser, at least at
Do
first.
you think? It says first.
See it first.
Yeah.
That means for a timed period,
Yes.
you will only be able to get it on the Star Cruiser.
Yep.
Now, how much are they going to be? I don't know. Currently, the sabers that you build at Savi's are $200.
This has got to be more than that.
It's got to be more than that.
Vacuous Mermaid also pointed out that the hilt is a chonky boy. I feel like, yeah.
The hilt is a little thicker, yeah.
You know, and it's like on not a big woman by any means. Like she's visibly a rather small woman.
Well, every Ray at the parks is 5'8". So she's 5'8".
But she's not necessarily Ray at the park. She's Ray in a promo.
No, I've seen her at the park. I know that Ray.
Really?
Yeah, that's a parks Ray.
That's very specific.
Yeah. They only had a couple of them when they opened because they had to be like heavily trained. I know who that is.
Okay.
But
so yeah,
she's,
the hilt
she's 5'8".
The hilt looks a little thicker. I was just going by like thickness though. of,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
The
yeah,
thickness
yeah.
of her arm in comparison.
Yeah, for sure.
The thickness of the hilt looks a little thicker than like my Ultra Saber, like just a little.
Yeah, it looks like. Where's the Ultra Saber?
It's in my car.
Whoa, you don't have it with you? For once, she doesn't have it with her.
No, I had to take it to work
To
for
Smush.
May the 3rd.
She had to take it to Smush.
So it's in my car
The Smooshies.
for protection.
So we don't know how much it's going to be. We don't know anything about it. But I would imagine that they would at least want to offer light side, dark side, and different colors.
Yeah.
Will it be as customizable as the sabers at Savi's? We don't know.
Who knows?
We don't know anything about it yet. But I'll tell you what. I want it. And I want to go on the Galactic Star Cruiser.
I want all of that.
And I want to live there.
Yes, please.
I don't want to be a Star War.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please, and thank you. And you know what? We'll leave it on that piece of very good news. We have exciting lightsabers to look forward to. Thank you for spending your morning with us. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining us. Reminder, there's not going to be any show on Friday or Monday.
Nope.
We're not going to be here.
We're not going to be here.
It will not, 8 a.m. will not happen on Friday or on Monday.
There will be no 8 a.m.
Take the opportunity to get some sleep since it will not be too early. And we will see you again on Wednesday. We'll be back. Don't worry.
We'll be big beep beep.
It's K.
We'll be big beep beep.
It's K. Don't stress.
We'll be fine.
And after this, we're going to record something for our Patreon because every week on Patreon, we do an exclusive story that we did not get to on the show here just for the BBs on Patreon. Just a little something special over there. So we will be doing that after this, and I'll probably go out today. But let's thank everybody that contributed. This donation goal, for those of you in case it's your first time here, we run all month, and it is just to support the show continuing to run. It helps us to be able to order in some lunch after and also try and figure out what the hell is wrong with this setup.
Yeah. One of us is unemployed. So, you know, we use that money.
I'm only partially employed.
Yeah, one of us is partially employed and one of us is unemployed. So, you know, we use the money for us.
Yes.
and so thank you for that. We want to go down and thank
Sugar breakfast.
Phoenix Wolf 13. Yeah, we do get a lot of sugar breakfast with it.
And
we do get a lot of sugar breakfast.
We do this show 3 days a week.
If you were on the Patreon last week, you saw us eat that sugar breakfast.
We did.
Phoenix Wolf 13 with a $10 donation. Chris Meffam RPG, thank you for the follow. Beaver Bagpipes, thank you for the follow. Da Vinci 93, Giorno Snow. Da Vinci? Giorno Snow. Tor Del Rey, Kurt, thank you all for the follows. Kurt Laurelton with the $25 donation. Hacosta 7192 with the $25 donation for all of the customized chips. Dreamcast TV with the follow. Daz Kais with the follow. 54 Aqua Snakes with the $9.69 donation. Thank you. Nice. Weepy Chief, thank you for following. Mark Theus with the resub for 2 months. Much appreciated. I Crichton with that Prime sub. Take a little money out of the Beezy's pocket for once.
Thank you.
Phoenix Wolf 13 with the resub for 4 months.
Thank you.
Bless you, you little BB. Nikon 51 with the follow. Thank you so much, everybody. And you know, hey, money.
Weird.
It's weird.
It's super weird.
We don't even.
We make a show so that you will watch it. So showing up, being here, spending your mornings with us, and showing up for the shows next week is the best thing that you can possibly do. And then the week after that, you know?
Yep.
But if you also want to find other ways that you can support the show, you can share the show with a friend that might like the show. You could make a clip. A lot of the time when people are browsing new Twitch channels, they'll take a look at the clips and see if they can find a fun moment from your show.
Yeah, knit a sampler with our Twitch URL on it. You know, whatever it is you do to share the show would be wonderful. Also, thank you to everybody who jumps into the Discord and leaves story suggestions. We used a couple of them today. That was very nice
and
of
we
you.
want to talk about what you want to hear about, and we want to be able to talk about it with you. So thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome. You're awesome.
You're all awesome.
We love you so much,
Thank
BBs.
you. You're like a little BB fallen.
Hey,
we just want to keep you in a bandolier.
Yeah, we'll put you in a little burrito.
We'll put you in a burrito and carry you around
right
with
there
us.
at the end. Righty, and thank you so much for extending your sub through August.
Woo!
That's all of the months.
That's
we appreciate you.
so many months.
Thank you.
Somebody asked if there will be evening shows this weekend. Friday night at 6 p.m.
6:30.
6:30 p.m. We have a panel.
Yeah, it's going to be a GM roundtable of all of the incredibly talented GMs that are part of our channel. They're going to be jumping on and chatting and taking your questions. And if you're a patron, you're getting first pick at questions, but you can also send them in on the Discord.
Ooh, and these GMs, I'm telling you.
Ooh.
What we got? We got, of course, Vincent Elizabeth Queso.
Of course.
We've got Abria Iyengar.
Yes.
We've got Rachel Seeley.
Yes.
We've got Gina DeVivo.
Yep.
Is it Kaylee Bray going to be there?
Yeah, we got Kaylee Bray.
We got a Kaylee Bray there?
Can you believe it?
I'm going to be moderating So if you want to ask questions, tweet questions at any of those people, including me, or leave them in the Discord.
There will be a post up on the Pixel Circus Twitter as well, fielding your questions. And then on Saturday, we have a very special one-shot. We just finished the season of Damsel's Dice and Everything Nice.
Mazel
Very
tov.
exciting. We
As Superman
fought
would say.
a dragon. It was wild.
Was it also Maleficent?
No, but I did a new record in how much damage I've done.
Lay it on me.
I did like 176 points of damage in one turn. It was very exciting. And that's going to be a special one-shot centered around the internet and Twitch. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of fun jokes in that one. So look out for that. There won't be a one-time on the internet this Sunday.
Because there's no internet anymore.
It's because it's Mother's Day.
And moms run the internet.
No, one person's married, so one of our hosts has kids, and we're gonna give him that. And look, he's gonna go celebrate her, and that's wonderful, and we love that. That's I believe that's the case. We'll keep you updated. Follow the social media.
Only
to
moms
keep
have
updates or join
access to the
Discord.
undersea internet lines.
Anthony, where can they find you on the internet?
Oh, my stars, nowhere on Sunday because the moms are shutting down the internet. But until then, you can find me everywhere at a Carboni, except for here on Twitch, where I'm at Anthony Carboni. Twitch, you cowards, it's mine. Give it back to me. And every Friday, you can catch my my science comedy podcast with Jeff Kanata. It's called We Have Concerns. It's very good. If you are a patron at the early level, you're getting an episode today. So watch out for that. If not, you can get a new episode every Friday at wehaveconcerns.com. Our episode last week was all about bird crimes.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Bird crimes.
Birds will commit crimes, and they are the worst.
And, hey, a week from Friday on this panel, you can see Anthony as a bird committing crimes on Failed Save when we come back for Season 3.
I am a man of science, and so I based my character on scientific knowledge.
So you can find me on the internet at Not Saige. I stream on my channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, which means I'll be live tonight at probably closer to 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to try and get on a little early. I'm trying because Mondays are getting pushed late. I'm trying to make it happen. You can also find me tomorrow on the Dungeons & Dragons Twitch and YouTube channel for the Black Dice Society. It's pretty cool. It's a good time, a good spooky time. And then you can find me on Friday on Smosh Games for stuff. Pretty much every week. So
There you go.
Take care, BBs. We love you very much. And we'll see you over on the Patreon, yeah?
We love you, BBs. We love you, little pickles.
Bye, friends.
Bye.